Let's see. Let's go to the studio. Hey. I think the stream's working, right? No live streams. Okay.
Experiment with this camera setting, which gave me results like this one right here. This animation was created with only one camera frame, no complex geometry, no or simulation. It can also give you new perspectives on your 3D scene to create effects like this one right here. Okay, let me show you.
Whoa.
It's this setting right here, changing your
This guy's very good.
Now, normally this setting is used to create 360 degrees images for even digital reality, so that big tech companies have control over you. But that's not what we're doing today. So now we can see that we have some kind of mirror ball. So let's set the field of view to 360.
Okay, let's look at the camera right now. Oh, okay. Hello. First things first, this is the view of the camera. If we change, where is it? Output. Oh no, wait, it's the camera setting. Alright, perspective. Panoramic. Is that what the guy used? Yeah, it is panoramic. Oh, there are types. Custom notes, panoramic. Whoa. Okay, panorama type. I'm probably in the wrong setting. No, wait, I am. Lens. Oh no. Fisheye lens, blender. 5. Select your camera, go to object data properties, change your camera type from perspective to panel, then choose. Nope. Am I missing this? Wait, what the hell? Okay, I guess it's still working. 120. Why is this the highest?
This is how you create the fisheye lens effect.
Lens type, panorama type. panorama type not in Blender 5. Oh, it's in cycles. Okay, okay. Field of view. Okay. Let's not fuck with this right now. Let's go to default. This was probably the default. Render engine, it's in cycles. Okay. Always do GPU compute. That is what I have learned. Fisheye solid, fisheye equidistant. $360. Nothing happens. Damn. But why?
60 degrees to fill out all of the edges, and this gives us this very interesting distorted perspective.
It doesn't look that distorted though. Does it? Okay, what's this guy saying?
So I quickly used the setting of align the camera to you. Now, if you don't know that yet, hey, you should subscribe and check them out. Yes. With the camera selected, we're going to go into the camera data settings. We're going to change the type perspective to panoramic. And then we're going to go to Fisheye lens. From here, let's lens, normally like 28 works well. And you can kind of see how that we've got that skater distortion. But
Oops, equidistant. Okay. Alright, let's do solid. I guess it sort of is. How to test it out?
You can also increase the number next to lens to control how strong the distortion is. You have to type in a number to get beyond.
Okay, I see it. I see that there's a bit of change.
15. And that's basically it on how to get this lens distortion effect in it. But there's more. You can see that there are different panoramic types to choose from. The one that is the most interesting to us is the equal rectangular type, which gives us this 360-degree image that we know from HDRIs. You can, for example, set the latitude to 0, which gives you this Netflix image. But let me show you how to use this technique to create this animation here. The tutorial will start in 3, 2, add a plane, add a hair particle system to it.
Okay, alright, this is the part I think I'm gonna follow. Let's see. Before that, I would like to look at some fisheye. Excuse me. Let's see. I have to model this, but I can like oopsie daisy. Let's go. Let's see. World settings, surface, background. preview. Let's go to the shader. Let's not do object. Let's go to world. Let's add sky texture. Do we have that sky texture? Okay. All right. How do you? Okay. Okay. Sun disk. Okay. Let's see. Does it look any different? Damn. Hey, not bad. Pretty cool. What do we have? Multiple scatter. What is that? Oh, this is sick. This is the effect that I wanted. This is fucking amazing. Yeah. Let's go. I don't want to do the hair thing. I would rather, let's see. Do we have anything else? Let's go to sketch fab for a little bit. Let's just see if we have anything. Yeah, log in Google. My emails. Continue, please. Oh, okay. Wait, I wanted to make environment Blender tutorial. Let's look for that. I wanted to do this. I don't think that'll be like cool for the distortion though. No way. Max Hayes stuff is like way too long. No. Okay, let's see what he does.
Control R and cut the default cube in half. Scale up the middle and scale on the sides. With those top two faces selected, start control right clicking to extrude up your tree. Scaling every once in a while. Here we can split our tree, extruding right with one branch and left with the other. If you feel need for some reference, add in an image background. Add some more loop cuts to make faces for more branches. Branch out here, or branch out there, and you got a decent left the tree. Using the images as plants add-on, import the branch texture. Align the origin point up at the start of the branch and add in 4 loop cuts. Cut around that branch out and delete the excess faces. Add some variation to that flat plane. Create a new vertex group for that tree. Select the outer branches and assign. Use weight paint mode for tweaking. New particle system.
1, choose hair, make that 10, choose advanced. Under render, choose object, object is that branch. Select the vertex group you made. Choose rotation and global Z, randomize to pull those branches down to some random face and random scale, and 300 branches. Now with the HDR loaded, choose transparent for the branch material, add an add shader and a translucent shader connecting it to the bottom, connect up the color. We have light passing through our tree. Add bar texture to the tree, unwrap with use, smart UV project, scale on UVs up, and the spectrum normal maps, and by go we grew a tree.
Damn. Yeah, that's not happening. I can't follow that. Okay, I'm just gonna create this landscape because I want to know how to do this.
Hello and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we are going to be doing another content gap for environment tutorials. Okay, I guess I'll do it again. So the last time I did an environment tutorial, you guys really liked it, so I'm doing it again. I'm just going to delete the default view and add in a plane. We are going to be making a canyon in Blender, and we are going to be using some really interesting techniques for that. Scale this up about 50 times and apply all the transformations. If you don't know how to do anything of this, you can apply the transformation with pressing Ctrl and A, and you get this menu. And you can just select all transforms. Next thing we can do is just add a material and call this canyon, because we are going to be making a canyon. And make sure you go over to cycles, GPU, and set the feature set to experimental. We're going to be using that right now to go over to shader editor and enable the remove view. Just adding a sun lamp so we can see what we're doing. We're going to be adding some displacement to this. So we need the sun lamp to see the displacement. So the first thing we need to do is just add in a displacement and just put it into the displacement output. Right now nothing happens, that's because we don't have any geometry. So we are going to be adding fake geometry, and that's why we have to change our feature set to experimental. We're going to be adding a subdivision surface, setting this to adaptive subdivision and simple. So we still have the square, but it's adaptive subdivision. Right now what we can do is add in a musgrave texture and just place that into the height. Just place that into the height to the height. And in your material we still have to enable displacements, of course. I forgot that. So there we have it. We have displacement and bump, and our mesh is going to displace. And this works like any other displacement. Let's just set this to 20. And then we can start playing with the textures. But before I do that, sometimes I wish I could just experience my environment. We are going to be making a canyon in Blender, and we are going to be using some really interesting techniques for that. Scale this up about 50 times and apply all the transformations. If you don't know how to do anything of this, you can apply the transformation with pressing Ctrl and A, and you get this menu. And you can just select all transforms. Next thing we can do is just add a material and call this canyon, because we are going to be making a canyon. And make sure you go over to cycles, GPU, and set the feature set to experimental. You're going to be using that right now to go over to shader editor and enable the render view. Just adding a sun lamp so we can see what we're doing. We're going to be adding some displays.
Okay, we have the plane. Yeah, I think the plane is fine, whatever. Let's go to object, let's give it a new thing. Data properties, fine. We are in cycles. I don't think we need to go for anything experimental, so let's go for... Okay, alright, looks like we have displacement. We'll Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. Alright, we have the displacement. Now we need to add a mass grave. Oh, I think it's a noise, right? Let's see.
So we need to sunlight to see the displacement. So the first thing we need to do is just add in a displacement and just put it into this displacement output right now. And nothing happens, that's because we don't have any geometry, so we are going to be adding fixed geometry, and that's why we have to change our features at this level. We're going to be adding a subdivision surface, sending this to adaptive subdivision and sim. Also we still have the square.
Oh, okay. Alright, I guess it gets a subdivision surface. We'll go to an adaptive subdivision. Simple. It looks fine. Okay.
But it's adaptive subdivision. Right now what we can do is add in a masquerade texture and just...
Okay, let's see what sort of textures we have now. Textures. Image checker noise, Voronoi. Texture gradient, white noise. Gabor texture. This guy used he used a masquerade texture, so what's the alternative of masquerade in Blender 5? The masquerade texture node hasn't merged into the noise texture. I had a feeling. Thought the normal noise would do. Okay. Alright. So I think it's the factor that goes into the scale, right? And we can change the height. He used a sun. Just a random ass sun. Okay, whatever. The plane. Okay, something's wrong, obviously.
Just place that into the height. Just place that into the height.
Put it into the scale.
And in your material, we still have to enable display.
Okay. Material. How do you enable this?
Just of course, I forgot that.
Displacement. Oh, settings. Settings. Surf. Displacement and bump. Huh? Okay, this is the weird part. It is moving. Oh, okay. Alright. So if I increase... Alright, not bad. Alright. Hey, it's working. Height. That's kind of weird though. Okay, not bad though. It's what's supposed to happen, I feel, right?
So there we have it. We have displacement and bump, and our mesh is going to displace. And this works like any other displacement. Let's just set this to 20. And then we can start playing with the textures. But before I do that, sometimes I wish I could just experience.
How much did I give?
Showcase my art. Well, with our sponsor Frame, you can do just that. Frame VR allows you to bring in your own 3D models as GLB from Blender, and it is an amazing way of meeting up with friends, showcasing art, and much more. It's a multi-user platform with support for up to 300 people at once. It's accessible right away via a link. You can join via desktop, mobile, VR, a Samsung fridge even. It's free and very easy to get started. After that, you can just hop right into a frame and then explore the world. You can learn more over at learn.frame.io and you'll be helping me out a ton. Now let's get back to the video. So I just had a look around all the textures and I think the must work works best. So now we can just crank up the detail and change the dimension down a little bit so we get this really rough texture.
Damn, I want that rough texture. How the hell? Why is the plane over there? Okay, height should be 0.5. Fine. Scale. Scale doesn't change anything. Detail doesn't change anything. Alright, homie. I see what's happening. Render view. I think it's Alt A, right? Select plane Alt A. Yeah? Nope. Object apply Control A, all transformations. Oops. Okay. Height is still messing with it, but I guess there's nothing we can do about that. Damn, the sun disk thing is like kinda in my eye. Okay, much better. Can I see it? Use 15. What does that look like? There's not much difference though. To my eyes at least. I think I will use 10. 10 is fine. Let's go for the scale. Whoa! I kind of like the effect, you know, it's like how it's like turning. Gum, gum. That's pretty cool, I think, right? See, it's nothing. Alright, whatever. We will figure that out later.
That was looking like 1. We can change the height to like 15 maybe. With the add mode, we can kind of place the geometry up a little bit. So I guess if we just do 0.5 higher, we can.
My geometry is already like too high. Okay, what did you do? Add. Oh my, there's so many ads. Which ad did you use? Huh? Clamp. Six is fine. Clamp is okay. Gotta get the add node. What the hell is the add node? Oh, okay. It's Probably this. Whoa. I didn't know it did shit like this. The hell? Damn. Oh, that looks like actual terrain. But it's stuck there. How do we Okay, how about what if it's not displacement and bump? What if it's bump only? Ew. What is like displacement only? Okay. It's too smooth. Okay, alright, I see. What do I do with this now? Okay. Do I just put it down? Okay. Let's see. Not bad. I think this is not bad, right? Looks pretty good.
Then clip some that's under the origin point, so this will be flat right here. Maybe just put this to 0.25, and then what we can do is just multiply this. Just multiply these sides together, and we get this really cool effect. And if we hit clamp, everything will become.
Huh? So he added and then he multiplied. Then we don't need that. Then let's try multiply. Hey, color mix no. Multiply. Utilities math. Okay. Pretty sick, not gonna lie. Maybe I need to change the scale though. Whoa. Hmm. 1080, 1920. Actually, let's get it to 12. 12 is way too high. Keep it at this. Unbelievable.
Flat like this. So 0.25 works well. Also add a color around here.
Damn, bro. Looks so sick though, right?
To get the same effect. And this works a little bit better. So yeah, this is I think my setup. Just 0.25 here. And the rest is flat.
Okay, he added a noise, got the value, the clamp. There's no clamp, he used the color ramp.
And now we can go over to the principal BSDF and actually edit the material. So for the color, I was thinking a noise texture, and then adding in a mapping node and texture coordinate node. We can just preview this, change the texture coordinate to object, and then just change the Z scaling to kind of stretch this out.
Whoa. That's fucking crazy. How is he getting so much detail? Okay, let's get out of the camera right now and yeah, continue to be fine. How did he change that? So he added... Wait, is my screencasting not on? File, preference, screen. Oh, okay, sorry about that. Damn. Wow, it's pretty sick. Oh, it has to go negative or... Okay, so this was his initial setup. I can see what's happening. So in the modifier, he just like increased this. Oh, that's as far as it goes. Okay, I don't know why this was initially not working, but I think it's because the scale was too low. Alright, let's see how he...
And the rest is flat. And now we can go up to the composition and actually edit the material. So for the cover, I was thinking a noise texture, and then adding in a mapping node and texture.
Forgot to save. Make sure you save your files. Let's see, is the node wrangler thing on? Node wrangler. Okay, node wrangler is now on. Cool beans. Okay, so you got a noise texture again. How do you get the rest of the stuff? What, Control N? Nope. Nope. Time to Google how to use Node Wrangler Blender. Edit preference add-ons, viewer texture, offering quick setup. Control Shift T to preview node. Control Shift click. Whoa, no. Nope. Okay, that's something else. There's no audio. Control Shift T. Control Shift T. What did that do? Huh? Nothing. Okay, Control T. Let's go. So they put in the base color inside this. Split view multitask. Nah, we don't need to do that.
We can just preview this, change the texture coordinate to object, and then just change the Z scaling.
Oh, that's how it's...
To kind of stretch this out. Change this to like 25, and we have this nice line along the mountains.
Hmm. Okay.
Now we can add in a mix node. Set that to color, and then just choose two of our colors. Something orangey, and a little bit yellowy.
Ew, why does it look like that? Maybe it's the sun. I change the sun. Let's increase the strength a bit to 5. What is up with the ground, bro? Why does the ground look like that? Okay, this seems fine.
You can always add in a hue and saturation mode for some finer controls. This material will be available on my camera under the multi support, as always. I'll be posting everything I need there. And that's our landscape. It's really cool. It doesn't actually use any geometry, we just have 4 vertices, but the texture does everything. It's fully procedural. It's really cool. The next thing we want to do is just add a plane, scale it up again, same size, and then just move it up a little bit to somewhere right here. And this will be our water material. So add in a water, and then just add in a bump node, really making just a really simple water material. If you've never done this, please just follow along. It's not really that complicated. We add a bump node, a musgrave texture, and block the height into the height, and change the scaling to something like 100 for this, or 200. Yeah, 200 works fine. Crank up the detail and set the dimension to about 1. This really gives some really cool details. And change the strength down a little bit. We don't really need that much depth. Now set the transmission to 1. And it should look like this. You can add some color to the water. I want a really azure blue, turquoise, cyan type deal. This is really cool. And we can extrude it down. Change the roughness down to 0.1 or maybe even less. And what we're looking for is some really deep colors in the water. So what we can do as well is just add in a emission to the volume and just copy in the color, but setting the strength really low. Something like this. Maybe some
Damn.
color tone. Add in a really cool HDRI. That really adds to the scene, of course, as always. I am using the PSA on catching cool shadows on the water and on the mountains, and place that on your camera. For this one, I recommend a more top-down view. I really don't do that too much, but for this one, I think that works well. But of course, this is all up to you. For the render, you might want to set our plane, our original plane, the dicing scale down a little bit. Less means more resolution, by the way. Just so you know. If you're struggling with the rendering, you can just set this to, well, not this, but like 10 maybe. But for me, I can just crank it up all the way. Doesn't really matter. And now we are just finishing up. So finishing touches, maybe touching up the lighting a little bit. This looks really cool. You can also add in a fog cube if you really want. Just move it up by 1 and then just scale it the same amount we did with our planes and just move it up so it covers the scene. So normally what you would do is just add in a volume scatter node like you learned from me, or animation node even, and just set this to 0.1 and call it a day. But what we're going to be doing now is adding in some noise textures. So a noise texture and a musgrave texture, because what's doing now is just having a density of 0.01 everywhere, but that's not really realistic, so we want to make it a little bit more noisy by adding these textures and mixing them together. I think you can do it this way. Something like this. Yeah. It's a control shift and a right click. You can mix them together. Add in a mapping node, of course, otherwise they will stretch. That's not really good to have. Something like this. And just add in a map node and click divide. Set this to about 10. and then you can put it into the density. Give it a cool color, of course, and set the anisotropy to 0.9. This will really impact the render time, but if you can, I would really recommend you do this, because it adds a lot to your scene. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll put my render on screen now. You can of course download everything in this video on my command. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment, a nice one this time, and I'll see you in the next one.
Alright, wow, that was crazy. Damn. Okay.
And set the dimension to 11.
So we had a noise. How did you do these? Mm. Damn, this is... I need to see a render. F9? No. F12. This water thing's tough. Wait.
The next thing we want to do is just add a plane, scale it again, same size, and just move it a little bit.
Oof. So stupid.
To somewhere right there. And this will be our water material. Add in water. And then just add a pump note, really make it just a very simple material. You can never done this, please follow along, it's not really complicated. You have the pump note, and you must create texture. And when you have the height, and change the scaling, do something 400 first, or 200. Yeah, 200 for.
Okay, it's in the normal. But what is up with the... No, do we need to normalize? Why doesn't it look like what he did? The noise texture is in the height. It is in the normal. The water isn't watering. I am not happy. It's flat as fuck, boy. Wait, is it? Is it really? Yeah. It's pretty flat to me. Okay. Okay, I see it now. What is this though? Okay, not bad.
Works fine. Crank up the detail and set the dimension to about 1.
This is the weirdest thing. Like his. Should I even be putting it into the? Hmm. Okay.
Just really gives some really cool details. Actually, just shrink down a little bit. We don't really need that much down. Now set the transmission to 1, and it should look.
Okay, it's not that bad. Yeah, what is this 4K image? I don't need a 4K image. Get out of here. Whoa. Hmm.
Look like this. You can add some color to the water. I want a really azure blue, turquoise, cyan type deal. This is really cool. And we can extrude it down. Change the reference down. 2.1 or maybe even less. And what we're looking for is some really deep colors in the water.
No, bump is good. I like the bump. I think it
So what we can do as well is just add in a emission to the volume and just copy in the color.
Hmm. Ew, what is my color sense, bro? My color sense is so bad. Hmm. Okay. Not bad. I would say it's okay. It's okay. It's not the best. I actually don't know what it's going to take to get nice colors. Hmm. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. This is not the environment I'm looking for though. Well, in a way, the fisheye stuff is working. You know, this is exactly what I wanted to do. I just made a mistake, I feel, of giving a cube. So this, I'm just gonna add emission instead. Actually, nah, let's not use that. I'm just gonna use a cube. Shift. What do we have? How to make wireframe? How to make wireframe cube in Blender? Cube wireframe modifier. Alright, wireframe. Hey, not bad. I will adjust the thickness to 0.01. Nope, maybe 0.05. Looks thick enough, right? Let's change the material of the cube to white. Go back to white. Emission strength to be 100. Replace original. What is that? Why are there two of these things? Is that the reflection? No. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I think that's enough for today. I'm getting a bit tired of this. Fisheye effect is good, we did it, but not exactly happy with what's happening. Hmm. Okay. If the cube is of a different color, does it change anything? Okay, I guess. Sort of. Yeah, I think I'm done with this. So let's try the sky texture. Let's get rid of the sun for a little bit. Okay. No. What is this turbidity? No, I don't like this. What is that? Pre-tam. No, it's this plane that's like fucking it. Okay, let's take both the planes and just keep scaling. Right? What does it look like? Come on. Ew! That sucks. It's even worse. such a dumb angle. Oh, not that dumb though. That glow is too much. Let's try to reduce it to like 100. Okay. I think it seems fine. It's not that bad. Man, texturing is tough stuff right here, you know? So, if I don't keep the sun, what happens? Okay, let's try one. Is it still dark as fuck? Is it? Are you? Yeah. Wait. Oops. Just a little bit of sun. Okay. Go on. I would probably prefer Okay. Yeah, alright, this is okay. Nah, I need that thing to be in focus. God damn it. Doesn't look that okay. Let's see. Just a little bit of water. Crazy amount of distortion. Okay. Alright, yeah, this could work. Yep, this works. I am happy with this. Let it render out. Oh, done. Damn. Well, it's faster than before, I would say. There's like too much noise, I think. Right? What's up with all the clipping, though? Are my render settings even okay? Yikes. I didn't even check. Max samples, noise, denoise, light paths. Oh, we don't need that many light paths. It's okay. You know what? For today, this is fine. Just finish and then I will move on. The experiment was a success. The lens thing was good. But I think for the scenery thing, it's just not working. You know, it's just not gelling. I need to understand how to do some nicer renders rather than the low poly ones. The abstract stuff isn't working. Ugh. Well, you know, it's okay. We figured out some things, right? Like the emission material, how to wireframe, fisheye. Not bad, I would say. Come on, you're almost there. This is better than using my, you know, other stuff. Dum, 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 dum. Almost done, and it's over. Cool beans. Cool beans. Cool beans. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Image. Save as. Alright, guys. Well, nobody's here. But yeah, enough for today. It's time to stop the stream. See you.